Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They juked him. He wipes out the penalty yardage with a good run to get it back to 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, Dickerson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now Manning. That'll be caught by Hester. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Throwing on 1st down is Manning. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 28.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Manning. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10. Once again from the 28. Now a give right side. Dickerson. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Manning. He'll get it in the hands of Clark, complete. And they're going to stop him short of the first. The 21. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Vinatieri's kick is good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked out since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a give right side. Dickerson. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check it back. Check it back.
On first down, Manning. And he's got his man on the out route. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To throw, it's Manning. Steps away to his left. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. 23 yards for the touchdown. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Accept the penalty and move forward. This is Mostert. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It's the Hall of Famer Ray Lewis powering in for the sack. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Play action. Now Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bobby Bell, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll try and run for it. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. On first down, Dickerson. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Dickerson. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Ray Guy now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. From the 41, Jackson buying time to his left. Incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
That was well coached and even better executed, because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
Under crunch. 56 is the mic. 56 is the mic. All right, T, let's go.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he's got Fitzgerald. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. To throw is Jackson. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
But sometimes, Brandon, it's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. Jackson now. Flush to his right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Randy Moss, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Manning throwing the out route and complete. It's Gonzalez. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Manning. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bobby Bell drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Throwing now is Manning. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Mean Joe Green, and the Ravens get the football. Ball back and in great shape. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mostert with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Packers on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Shotgun now for Manning. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for a strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 29 yards. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know, you just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. Terrell Owens, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Manning, and quickly to his tight end Clark. That's caught. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Manning now to throw, eluding the pressure right. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So that one will be accepted. So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now here's Olesen. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. Forced out to, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from 4 yards out as the Ravens push further out in front.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Hey, orbit.
Manning now on first down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again. Manning. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Manning. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Devin Hester, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Manning. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to...
Played with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And we are underway from the City Beautiful. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. the ground. This is Saquon Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Jackson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Saquon Barkley. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 30. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. On the run, it's Barkley. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 20-yard line. They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards. A 1st down carry for Barkley. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. On 3rd down, Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They only get a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off the decision to go for it, 1st and goal.
He's checking credit. Check 52.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Barkley. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the 1st half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now the 1st carry here for Todd Gurley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd and 12, Prescott. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A first down there on a pickup of 25. On 1st and 10, Prescott. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing, Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Oh, Patrick Peterson, the shutdown corner, was there on the coverage.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Here's Jackson to return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here's Gurley. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. 23 yards the pickup there.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Randy Moss there to make the grab as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Extra point try good by Gano, and it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Jackson now to throw on 3rd down. But he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. Here's Jackson to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
4th down, here's Jackson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this defense will take over right at midfield. They go play action here on 1st down. That's caught inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. On 2nd and 9, Prescott being chased out left. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the lead moves to 10-zip. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. So good work there to get points just before the half as they add on to their lead.
As trite as it sounds, every little bit helps. That's exactly what they're going for. Anytime you get a chance to put points on the board, you take it.
And they didn't leave the other side with much time at all on the clock. Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. His throw incomplete. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll send you across town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
That one goes for 30 yards. They run. It's Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Here's Prescott. Flushed out right. Touchdown, Packers. Zach Ertz there to make the grab. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Yeah, they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Here's Jackson. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 61 yards. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Throwing is Jackson, and that's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darnell Dockett. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Here's Gurley now, out of the gun. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
Man open, it's Moss complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Prescott to throw it. This one complete to Jordan Reed. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for that. Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 30. 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. And the Dolphins are going to recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
The drive starts with a completion left side, and past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down. Jackson on 1st down. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Welcome back live to Orlando. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He is going to find Hill here. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Jackson now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. That's caught by the Hall of Famer Marvin Harrison. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And Jackson throwing once more. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Deshaun Jackson there to make the grab, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Jackson will throw again, and they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion, and now we're back to a 1-score game. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. To throw is Prescott. Got a man. It's Randy Moss. And with that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. A critical error there in a tight game to the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Jackson to throw. That's caught by Jackson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Matt Judon there to bring him down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Dante Fowler in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Jackson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Matt Judon, his 2nd sack of the night. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete.